Connect with Shriram Subramanium, who's the founder and MD at InGovern, who are joining in on the show. Thanks so much for taking time out. Just wanted to talk a little bit about what's been happening with Polycab, because clearly the stock markets have been giving the stock quite a punishment, and perhaps rightly so. If we're looking at the procedure that's been followed by the IT department of not sending a notice and asking for clarifications first from the company coming out, just wanted to ask, the procedure that's taken place, is that as per the norm?
Uh, Good morning. I would think not. At the end of the day, the income tax department, by putting out a press release on 9th, that too late in the evening, saying that the company, there is a wires and cables company on which there is unaccounted cash that they have discovered, etc., is doing a disservice to any company for that matter. And ideally, the department should first have sent the demand notice and given the opportunity to the company and then put out the press release, if anything. So the company has admitted that in December, late December, December 22nd to 25th, there were raids on its premises across India, there were raids on its dealer network, etc. But the fact of the matter is the demand itself is not yet clear to anybody for that matter. And the IT department, by putting out this press release, is actually doing a disservice to all taxpayers.
Right, obviously there's a bit of a confusion on that front as well. But you know what? According to the income tax department, that's happening, sir, is that the department has also said that they have the power to actually go and reconduct assessments for the past year. So is there a possibility of more such cases that could be coming up right now? Obviously, we didn't have the exact name coming in, but inferred is that Polycab that did take the brunt coming in as well, and other wire cables companies already saw the brunt. So is there a possibility that we could see this happening to other companies as well then?
Yeah, I would think so. Obviously, the income tax keeps sending out notices to all companies, be it listed companies. But what is surprising here is the scale of the unaccounted cash, that is about 1,000+ crores. The scale is very high, and that is the reason. Otherwise, the income tax department is always sending out notices to companies at large. So, to answer your question, yes, obviously companies will expect to get demand notices left, right, and center.
I'm going to just read out what Polycab actually officially said. They said that they reiterate that the company has not received any written communication from the income tax department on the outcome of the search. They're saying that no material adverse impact on the financial position of the company and that they maintain that. But Mr. Subramaniam, for now, the shortfall charges, they're all very uncertain. It's pretty gray. What is the maximum scale of impact if charges are proven? Penalty in such cases, I mean, it usually ranges from, I think, 50% for misreporting to about 200% for underreporting. What could be the maximum damage that could come in if it is Polycab or any other company within the sector?
Yeah, as you rightly said, obviously there would be a tax demand on the unaccounted cash, which is at the marginal rate 25 plus this one. Plus, obviously, the penalty, as you said, 200% up to 200%. So it could anywhere be 50% of the unaccounted income, so to say. So if it's 1,000 crores, the total tax demand could be 500 crores, which is a huge number for a single company to bear. And obviously that they will contest it in the income tax appellate tribunal, etc., etc.
As you have said, they have completely denied the claims as per their latest communication. What would be the appropriate course of action apart from what you have flagged off?
No, I would think if obviously they are very, very clear that they are not this one, they would have even yesterday said that we have nothing to hide. But that is not what they have said. They have said they have not received a notice. So they are not denying that there was a raid. There was definitely a raid. They are not saying that we have nothing to hide, kind of a thing. They are just saying that they have not received a notice, which could be true. And so from that perspective, the income tax department may not have sent the notice yet, but has put out a press release, which is, I would think, a travesty of justice from that perspective, from procedural perspective.
Right. For this, then what would be the time period for Polycab to actually contest these charges? Any time period limit that they do have to follow?
No, I think once the company gets a notice, it then can appeal immediately. But the assessment and everything takes a longish period of time. So there is no specific time horizon. The income tax authorities can go over in the past over a multiple number of years and actually figure out what was the total evasion, if any. And so there is no specific time period that the department also works with. But of course, the company would try to resolve it at the earliest for its own benefit.
Okay. Great to then have you on the show, Shriram. Thank you so much for giving us that perspective. All these news flows bring about a lot of panic in the market, and it's, important to try and understand what could be the damage, what has happened so far, and what can be done. Thank you so much once again.